Taylor Moore, and I'm a jiu-jitsu competitor who just want to get out there and have fun and also win. So, hey guys, it's Taylor Moore, and I am very recently learning how to talk to a camera without any type of live or just doing jiu-jitsu on camera. I'm trying to get more comfortable with just sitting here and talking to a camera. This is actually my first video where I'm just on my couch, sitting here, talking to the camera, because typically I'm vlogging or doing a day in the life type of thing, but this is my first this type of video, so be patient with me. I am so excited for the future of my channel. It is so insane to me to believe that I've amassed this much love and support without having made this type of content in the first place. So thank you guys so much for supporting me. And anyway, let's get into the 5 things that I wish that I knew before my first jiu-jitsu class. And this video was kind of inspired by my own life experiences, just because I remember right before I started jiu-jitsu when I was doing all type of YouTube digging, and I haven't seen people, or specifically a woman, make a video about what they wish that they knew before their first jiu-jitsu class. So I just wanted to create the type of content that I wish that I had access to. And anyway, the number one thing that I wish that I knew before my first jiu-jitsu class is first day of jiu-jitsu will work is you're gonna come in and you're probably gonna introduce yourself to the instructors, shake hands, sign some waivers, and probably do some type of free day trial, free week trial, or drop-in fee, or whatever the gym itself sets up. You're going to do that, and then you're gonna typically do your warm-ups, which usually lasts around 15 minutes at most gyms. If you're going to a Gracie school, I've seen them last like 30 minutes, but give it around 15 minutes for most 10th Planet schools. After you guys warm up, you're going to start drilling. The drilling period kind of depends on the class time. If you have a 2-hour block of time, for example, if you're attending a noon to 2 p.m. class, you're typically going to drill from around 12:15 to 1 p.m. and you're going to be drilling with a partner. You're going to be in a group of 2. Sometimes if it's an odd one out, you're going to be in a group of 3, and you guys are going to take turns doing the move back and forth. And then after you guys drill the move, you're going to drill a couple variations of the move or things that your professor also wants to show you guys. And after that's over, you guys are going to go into live rolls, and people are going to come up to you and ask you like, hey, do you want to roll? Do you want to spar? Do you want to get the next round? And just any variation of that question means that they would like to spar with you. Wear a rash guard ideally. If you don't have one, wear an athletic shirt or a very, very tight-fitting t-shirt. Anything cottony, but you'll live if you just wear regular t-shirt. But any type of general athletic wear, or you can buy rash guard at the front, will be much more beneficial to not getting your fingers or other people's fingers caught in your clothing, or getting any type of friction burn from your own t-shirt or someone else's. For women specifically, I guess this can apply to a man, but for your shorts, please make sure that they're not see-through. Do a couple squat tests in front of a mirror or something like that. Ask your friends. Find out if they're squat proof, because it's really embarrassing to find out that your shorts are see-through in any other way besides by yourself at home. And as well as your shorts being able to ride up or ride down, it's really important to make sure that they're long enough to where even if they ride up, that you're still comfortable and covered.
A note about loose basketball shorts is if you're not wearing the right underwear, there could be a gap between that goes all the way up.
One of the things that was like super embarrassing for me on my very first day of any jiu-jitsu class is I wore a sports bra and biker shorts. A sports bra and biker shorts, and it was so embarrassing, and I didn't even realize how bad I embarrassed myself for like a couple months, because we were practicing mount escapes, and I'm in a sports bra and biker shorts, and I just wish that I never had to have gone through that because I felt extremely uncomfortable, and I thought that was just part of the class. But you don't know what you don't know, so please just wear your rash guard and a pair of leggings or shorts, whatever have you. Sports bra is unacceptable jiu-jitsu attire. If you don't have something over it, of course. Please wear a sports bra underneath. Anyway, so don't show up smelling bad. Don't show up smelling bad. It's okay to leave smelling bad because it's exercise, but you should not be showing up that way. If you shower with a harsh exfoliating soap immediately before, that leaves your skin barrier super open. Ideally, you should be showering like a few hours before class and then changing into fresh sets of clothes immediately before stepping on the mats or getting in your car to head over to practice, or you can just change in the locker room right before. But I personally don't like to shower immediately before practice. I want to shower a couple hours before just so that my skin is not as prone to infections. Also, you need to be showering immediately after training. Ideally, you should be going to a gym that has showers at the gym so that you can shower at the gym. Just because it only takes staff like 10 minutes to develop on your skin or something like that after exposure. Anyway, I heard that somewhere and I'm just going to choose to continue to believe it. After your training, you should not be waiting, especially if you have the ability to shower at your gym. Every single clothing item is one-time use. Do not reuse a single clothing item from the day before without washing it. Even if it smells fine, you are transmitting bacteria that have now had all the time to grow and multiply, and that's extremely rude and inconsiderate to the mats and your training partners. So even if your shirt that you wore yesterday smells fine because you didn't work that hard, do not rewear it. For women, for makeup, I personally do like to wear a little bit of makeup at the gym. It just I feel like look good, feel good. However, keep in mind whatever you're wearing on your face will probably end up on other people's clothing or on the mats and sweat it off. So make sure you wear products that don't stain if you are going to wear any makeup. I know a lot of gyms, specifically gi gyms, ban makeup entirely because of the gis and getting makeup on the gis. And I've also heard of some schools banning makeup entirely, even if it's no gi. So make sure that you are familiar with whatever gym that you're going to's code of conduct or standards or whatever. Personally, like my gym doesn't care. You could show up in a full face of makeup and nobody cares, but it's most things that you put in your face will end up on the mats or on other people's clothing. So please be mindful of anything that can stain and anything that can transfer onto other people. Specifically for women, please do not wear fake nails to jiu-jitsu. I also made this mistake when I very first started. I loved my inch-long nails. You cannot tell me anything about my inch-long nails, but I scratched a lot of people and myself and lifted up my nails. It is truly not worth it. Just make sure that your nails are as short as possible. You have to accept that in the sport you cannot wear long fake nails. End of story. You will injure yourself and other people, and safety is the highest priority here. So I don't believe any woman should be allowed on the mats while wearing long fake nails. 3, you could learn something from everyone, but make sure to take advice from the coach especially. You can learn a ton from people who have been doing jiu-jitsu for a while who are around you, but I've seen it to where you have like somebody who it's their first day trying to get advice from somebody who's only been training jiu-jitsu for like a month. That typically doesn't go over well. It's typically like the blind leading the blind. However, if somebody is maybe it's your first week and then you have a white belt who's been training for like the last 6 months, they probably definitely do know more than you, but they could also just be wrong about certain moves. From everyone, but you should really focus on taking advice from your coach and making sure that you execute the move as your coach showed. You can also learn a ton from people who have been training a while, but just try to make sure that you're also getting down the move of the day, not just a variation of it that your training partner happens to be working on. it's your first day and it's someone else's first month, and sometimes people will feel the need to like try to correct you or alter the move for you when they themselves don't know how to do it. So don't be afraid to just call the coach over and ask if you're doing it right, or ask if he can watch you or anything like that. And it's also completely okay to just ask the coach or ask an upper belt around you who's familiar with the move. Also, don't brush off your training partner just because they're not a black belt. Like, if it's your very first day of jiu-jitsu and you're drilling with a purple belt, you should absolutely not brush that person off just because they're not a black belt, because they probably do have a very good understanding of what the actual move is. Eating before training. I don't like eating immediately before training because I'm a very vomity person, and if I eat immediately before training, I feel very sick and nauseous, and sometimes it comes out. Around 2 hours before training is pretty good for me, and I like to eat immediately after training as well, just because it feels good to eat right after you work out. To be bad at it at first. No one is good at jiu-jitsu on their very first day. If you have prior grappling experience, then maybe you'll have a leg up on the game, but grappling is just so completely unlike any other sport, especially like if you were good at basketball, football, the general athleticism kind of transfers over, but it's really not the same thing. If you were like an all-star wrestler, then a lot of it will transfer over, but the actual ground game, once you sit on the ground, will still be very new for you. So just if you're about to start your first day at jiu-jitsu, just know it's okay to suck. Everyone has gone through this, and just focus on being yourself and getting better, and focus on your own journey and understanding that it's a marathon, not a race. It's a marathon, not a sprint. Yeah, it's a marathon, not a sprint. So just enjoy the journey, enjoy learning. Just because no one is a pro on their first day, and no one just happens to be a world champ within a month of training. That just doesn't occur. Focus on yourself and your own journey, and be okay with being bad at jiu-jitsu, because you will probably be very bad at jiu-jitsu for at least your first 6 months or so. Pro tip. Most gyms line up by rank at the end of the lesson, so if this is your first day at jiu-jitsu, just find where the back of the line is and try to get in the back of the line. Please make sure that you're not accidentally getting in front of the line, because although it's not a big deal, but if you get in the front of the line and you like cut a black belt or something, they'll probably just like tell you to move to the back of the line, and it's not a big deal at all. But if you're already anxious about everything being your first day, it might feel like a big deal to you at the time that it happens. So just to be safe, ask around, figure out what's the actual back of the line, and get behind there. This is also completely optional. A ton of people don't want to roll on their very first day, and that's completely okay. No is a complete sentence, and it's okay to turn someone down for anything or any reason, at any time in your life, basically, but especially for a roll. No pressure, just say no. You could say something like, no, it's my first day, no, I don't feel comfortable yet, or no, I just want to watch. Any variation of that. No is a complete sentence, and if people pressure you to roll on your very first day, maybe that could be a general indicator of the gym culture not being something that you want long term. Hey guys, there goes my first long form sitting here just talking YouTube videos. These are just the things that I wish that I knew before my very first day of jiu-jitsu. So if there's anything else that you guys feel like people should know, drop a comment down below. Let us know what you think, what maybe I left out of this video. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. All of my content is throughout the internet at Taelor and More, and you can always see more jiu-jitsu, more competitions. Just scroll through my shorts. I am at Taelor and More across all platforms. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next week.